Guys, so in this video, I'm going to talk about product launching, the quickest and easiest way to launch your product and rank it onto the first page. Now with this method, there are two methods, there are two ways that you really want to go about doing this. There's the manual way, and then there's the automatic way using a product launching service like Viral Launch. But the first thing you're going to want to do is open up your Jungle Scout web app, go over to the Keyword Scout, and then enter your main keywords for your product that you want to rank for. So in this case, I've just used, say your product's a car seat cushion, just type in the main keywords, press search, and what you're going to be paying attention to is the recommended giveaway. Now this new tool that Jungle Scout's made, it's amazing. You don't have to go through the old methods of trying to figure out how many units you need to give away. It tells you, based on what your main keywords are and how to rank on the first page, how many units you're going to have to give away. Now the only thing I will say about this is I always add between 3 and 5 more than what they recommend. So in this case, between 15 and 17. We'll use 15 as the example. And you'll have to give that many units away for, on an average, it's around 7 days. Normally you get it done within 5. In some cases I've had it where I've had to give it away for up to 10. So meet in the middle, it's normally around a week, but the way that you can keep track of it is you can go onto Amazon and then you can type in your main keywords and you can just go through the pages and every day just keep track of your product. And obviously as more units that you're giving away, your product will start to rank higher up the pages, and when you're on page 1 then you can cancel your giveaway or just let it run out. Okay, but the methods in which you're going to have to give away units are as follows. If you've had to give away, so in this case add 15 units away for 7 days, you've got 2 options. You can use a product launching service like Viral Launch. Now Viral Launch is absolutely incredible because once you've generated your giveaway coupon codes, which I've spoken about in another module in this course, so check that out if you haven't already. Once you've generated your codes, all you have to do is tell Viral Launch how many units you want to give away, for how many days you want to give them away for, and the main keywords that you want to rank for. Then you just give them the coupon codes and they will handle everything. It'll all be done for you. It's just a one-off fee, so you sign up with them, it's completely free, make an account. And then once you've paid the one-off fee, depending on what marketplace you're going to give it away in, it's quite different. So in the US, it's more expensive than the UK, for example, or Australia. But once you've paid your fee, you give Viral Launch the information they need, to your coupon codes, and they will handle everything. You don't have to worry about anything. All you will do is just watch your product rank higher and higher until it's eventually on the first page and your launch is finished. It's easy. However, there is another way to do it, which is the manual way. So the manual way would involve you going onto Facebook, typing in Amazon reviews or Amazon review groups, and then all of the groups that you've already joined. So, for instance, I'm a member of this one, so we'll enter it. What you're going to do is have to manually create a post every single day, just like hundreds of people did, just like this one. You're not going to put need reviews because you won't need reviews at this point, and besides that, they'd be unverified anyway because you're giving away your product for such a big discount. So don't worry about reviews, and they'd be unverified anyway, so you don't want that. So don't worry about reviews. You're just going to have to write something along the lines of this, telling people that you just want to give your product away with a big discount, and voila, anyone that contacts you, then you're going to give them a discount code. You're going to have to manually do it. So every single person that you find that wants your product, you're going to have to manually send them a code. Now the only thing with this is, if in this case you're going to have to give away 15 a day for 7 days, you're going to have to manually keep posting in groups and find 15 people every single day to find your, to want your product, and then you're going to have to email them a code, and it's a real pain in the arse. You don't want to have to do that. Now, when I first started out, I didn't have any money, so I had to manually do it my way because I couldn't afford Viral Launch. So there's not a problem if you are on a tight budget. Then absolutely do it this way. I mean, you can do it this way coupled with a Viral Launch if you really want to, speed up the process and get as many units out there as possible to rank yourself as high and as quickly as possible. But the only problem is to find that many people consistently for a certain amount of days. Sometimes you just can't do it. Sometimes there aren't enough people that are interested in your product. So one day you might only find 5 people, but that's no good because you need to find 15 in order to rank yourself higher. So the best way to do it, the quickest way to do it, but it's more expensive, is to use a product launching service like Viral Launch. Or you can also use, coupled with the manual review group method using Facebook, you can also use JumpSend, which I've spoken about in this course already. When you go into JumpSend and you go to the deals page, you can create an account with JumpSend, which is completely free, and then you can upload your product codes, manual coupon codes, onto the JumpSend deal page as well. So customers can come along here, they'll see your product here, they can click on it, and then you can either set it so that you have to manually approve them and send them a coupon code, or JumpSend can do it for you. So those are 2 ways that you can manually have it done, but it physically involves you having to constantly update your products and find lots of people to take your products. In this case, it's only 15. But imagine if your product was, you had to give 36 away, so add another 3 to 5 onto that, say it was 40. For you to manually find 40 people a day is going to be near, I never like to use the word impossible, but it's going to be near impossible. It's going to be very, very hard. Think of how much work you're going to have to do for a week to find 40 people every single day. That's a lot of units to give away, and it's a lot of work involved. So the best and quickest way to do it is to sign up with Viral Launch, pay them, and they do all the work for you, and that will get your product to rank as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So what is the safest way to get initial reviews for your product? I'll tell you right now, it's through family and friends, okay? So once your product arrives in the Amazon warehouse, you need to get some initial reviews so you can get some momentum before your organic sales will kick in, because people need to see that your product's good. They need some verification, they need some reviews on it. So the best way and quickest and safest way to do that is to get your family and friends to buy your product once it arrives in the Amazon warehouse and then leave you good reviews. Ideally, you want to send them a text message, write in your own review, write exactly what you want written, and then send it to them via a text message, and they can just copy and paste it or write that so that you're not going to get any surprises. That is the safest way to get reviews. Ideally, you want to aim for 10. 10's a great starting point. If you can't find 10 family and friends to leave you reviews, the next best step, or the next best way to get initial reviews would be within the Amazon Limitless course group. Now, there'll be, it's a private group, so it's accessed only by my students and myself. Put the word out on there. Just ask. I'm sure there are many people within the course. You're all trying to do the same thing. You all want to sell on Amazon successfully. You should all be willing to help each other out. It's not going to cost you anything, because people will refund you completely via PayPal. Ask each other and give each other some help. Help each other out, guys. I'm trying to create a community where we can all help each other out and we can all prosper for the same thing. So give each other the initial reviews. After this, once you've got your initial set of reviews and the snowball will start to roll, your product will be ranking a little bit higher, coupled with the giveaways, coupons. If you're using Viral Launch, if you're doing Facebook review group giveaways, if you're doing jump sent codes, all of these things factored in. Once you've got your initial set of reviews, aim for 10, that's a great number. Your organic sales will start to kick in, you'll start to see some more velocity, and with that, obviously, once you've got your email sequence up and running and everything else is running in place, your thank you messages, etc., you will start to get your organic reviews, okay? But it just takes time. So understand that it's patience, you have to be patient with the organic reviews, but initially, that is the best way and the safest way for you to start out, to gain some momentum and to get your initial reviews for you, so you can start selling your products on Amazon. Okay, guys, so in this video, I want to talk about how you can dominate your chosen niche. So you want to be on top of the game, you want to be the main competitor, no one else can touch you, and you want to be, ideally you want all the customers, okay? It's your niche and no one's going to mess with you. You want to be, king of the hill. And there are 5 ways that I've written down here that you can absolutely do that. So we go through them all step by step. Number 1, have flawless pictures, okay? Pictures are one of the most important things when it comes to people selling stuff on Amazon. The better your pictures are, the more hypnotic they are, the more likely the customer's going to buy your product because it looks amazing, okay? So don't cheap out on pictures, have amazing pictures. Get a couple of action shots, get a couple of pictures with a white background, like the main image, maybe some packaging involved in there so it looks a little bit more professional. It's also good for your personal brand. And have some descriptive photos. So photos with some text in, explaining exactly what's going on within the photos, describing why your product is superior to your competition. Simple enough. Make sure that your pictures are on point. Number 2, have creative and descriptive bullet points. Now, time and time again, I see people just write 1 or 2 words in their descriptive bullet points. It's another way for you to engage your customer and, more importantly, sell the product to the customer. Why should they buy your product? Why yours and why not somebody else's? So it's just another way to engage with your customer. Create really good descriptive bullet points. Go in depth, be creative, be energetic. Sell them something, sell them the product, tell them why it's so good and why they must have it. Number 3, bundling. Now this is my own personal favorite way of making money on Amazon. I bundle products together. If you can offer your customer more value, wealth is a byproduct of value. You offer your customer more value, they will choose you over your competitors time and time and time again. So if you come across 2 products that are being sold individually, especially by different sellers, and you know that they're doing really well, bundle them together, personal brand them and market them in your own way, and bang, that's it. You're now offering more value at a couple of dollars less than what your competitors are, and guess what? They don't have to wait several days for 2 different parcels to arrive. It's coming straight from you. You're on top of the game. So bundling, make sure you can bundle where possible. Number 4, I'm losing fingers here. Number 4, great reviews. Great reviews are very important, and the best way to get reviews is using your family and close friends. Just make sure that you're not, if you've used the same email address that you have registered your Amazon account with your Facebook and stuff, make sure that you unfriend them on Facebook or any form of social media before you start asking them to leave you reviews. I've heard stories where Amazon's algorithm, has caught out people getting their family members and friends to leave them good reviews and they've had their account suspended. You don't want this to happen to you. It's a real pain in the ass, okay? So make sure that you're unfriended them. If you haven't used the same email address, then don't worry about it. Get your family and your friends to buy your products when they first arrive in store. And then, you can even send them, the best way to do it is to write your own reviews. Send them the review, and then that way there's no mistakes. You write exactly what you want to be seen. The more good reviews you have, the more reinforcement that it has to your, potential customers that this is a good product and, it's worth buying. And number 5, which is the most overlooked of all aspects of selling on Amazon, guys, have a good product. I know that might sound really easy to say, but have a great quality product. Make sure that your product, no matter what it is of good quality. Don't think that you can sell crap to people and get away with it and continue to do so, because they're going to clock on. If you were out selling fruit and veg in a store, you had to sell something to people in the street and you had crap goods on offer, no one's going to buy it. No one's going to buy it. So don't think that because you're online and the stuff's in the warehouse that you can fool people with a few good photos, and then when they get your product and it's absolutely crap, because all that's going to happen inevitably is the negative reviews are going to overpower the positive reviews, and you're not going to make any more sales. So make sure the product that you choose to sell, doesn't matter what it is of the highest quality that you can offer. Make sure, if you follow all of these proven steps, believe me guys, you will completely dominate your niche and you will be on top of your game. Okay guys, so in this video I want to talk about building a brand and why it's so important. So why building a brand is so important? It's important for consistent sales and continued growth when selling on Amazon. When you build a brand with a product line, this will only solidify your place within your given niche and generate you consistent monthly sales, as opposed to having an unbranded product that could perform well one month, in the second month it might perform okay, in the third month, no one's ever heard of it and you've been completely overtaken by your competition. So here are a list of the most important benefits and why it would improve your business and overall generations of sales when selling on Amazon and building a brand. So number 1, it improves recognition. So the more people that recognize your brand, they become familiar with it, it just improves people's familiarity with your logo and your brand itself. Number 2, it creates trust. So people are more likely to buy a product when it is branded than if it was to be unbranded. It just creates trust. They'd feel more confident in buying into something that looks more professional and well put together. Number 3, you get return customers. So people are already familiar with your brand, they're already your customer, and they've already bought one of your products. If you've done a good job and your product's well, they're going to return and buy a second product and a third. Number 4, that in turn will then lead to them recommending your product. So they're going to recommend it to other people. So not only are they buying your products, they're going to recommend your products to other people because you're already doing a great job and they're familiar and they trust you. And number 5, all of those things added together, that leads to consistent sales and growth over time. So you don't want, like I've said before, one product that just performs well one month, really bad the second, really well the third, really bad the fourth. You don't want a hit and miss product. You want something, ideally you want a product, then you want a product line, then you want to dominate an entire niche. So people, when they come to even looking in this niche, they see that there's one brand that's completely dominating. Hopefully that brand is yours, and that would just lead to consistent sales over time and then eventually more growth, which in turn leads to more sales, and then that's exactly what we all want. We all want to generate as many sales as possible, have the biggest customer base as possible, and to generate the most income. So that is why it's super important, and your aim goal should be always think long term. Never think short term. Don't think short term. Always think build a brand, build a viable business that's going to last you for many years to come and will only get bigger over time.